British government has done a complete 180, announcing that Chinese telecom giant Huawei will be completely banned from operating within Britain's 5G network.
The government agrees with the National Cybersecurity Centre's advice. The best way to secure our networks is for operators to stop using new affected Huawei equipment to build the UK's future 5G networks.
Yeah, a bit of background here for you. Originally, the British government had planned to give Huawei a limited role in the new high-speed mobile phone network in the UK. But now it says no. It says American sanctions against Huawei make it impossible to ensure the security of Huawei's equipment. Earlier today, a spokesperson for China's foreign ministry suggested this decision would serve as a, quote, barometer of the safety of Chinese investments in the UK, an ominous warning. By the way, Canada is still weighing its options when it comes to Huawei as well. But obviously, lots to unpack here. Let's start with our tech panel. Let's bring them in and get their take on this. We've got Ritesh Kotak standing by and also Shruti Shekar standing by. Good to have both of them back with us here as we begin Tech with Todd again after a hiatus of several months. Ritesh, your take on the implications of this British ban?
So the implication is there's already Huawei technology that's already been deployed here in the United Kingdom and across the world. And by saying that we're going to have a complete ban, what that means is all future technology cannot be procured from Huawei, but it also means that all the technology that's already been installed is essentially going to have to be ripped out and replaced. What this means is that it actually adds a delay to the implementation of 5G in the UK. And again, if this follows in Canada or other parts of the world, inevitably it's going to have a ripple effect. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what Canada does here because we don't have clear direction. Previously, the UK said you can build for non-secure communications, and now they're saying zero at all. It's going to be interesting to see what Canada comes up with here.
Yeah, and so, Shruti, weigh in on this. Your take, the Canadian implications, because, you know, it's not just the British, the Americans, the Australians. More and more countries are under pressure, primarily from the U.S., of course, to follow suit. But, you know, Australia itself has its own concerns about China and what's happening with its relationship with the Chinese as well. Your take?
Sure. To be very honest, I don't think it would really have a huge effect in Canada. And that's only because our telecom carriers have already partnered with several vendors to roll out their own 5G networks. So Bell and Telus a couple of months ago announced that they were going to be partnering with the likes of Nokia, Ericsson, and Samsung. So it doesn't really affect them that much. The only other thing that I can see it affecting is if there was a ban in Canada, does that mean a ban on all 5G or does it mean on 4G networks as well? Because if that's the case, then there would be some consideration of ripping up existing network infrastructure because Telus and Bell both have network infrastructure that belongs to Huawei. So in the long term, I really don't see this being a huge concern. It's also kind of important to note that 5G is not a race, it's a marathon. What we are going to see are going to happen in the long term, you know, the greater effects of 5G. So yeah, there's going to be a delay, but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing.